Imagine the internet in which websites such as Facebook, Wikipedia, and YouTube no longer exist. Earlier this year, on January 18th, websites such as Craigslist and Wikipedia went dark for 24 hours. When users tried to access these websites, they were greeted by a message stating the reason for going dark and how they could support their cause. Think about it for a moment. How much different could the internet be without these websites? Today, I want to share with you what I learned about the acts, what I learned about PIPA and SOPA, and their effects in our highly technological world. We need to be aware, as primary users of the internet, of where the government officials are coming from who propose these acts, how they can affect and who they affect, and what the main protests are against these acts. First, let's get an idea of what the acts essentially are. SOPA, which stands for Stop Online Piracy Act, it fights online trafficking and is copyrighted against fights online trafficking of copyrighted intellectual property and essentially places the power in the plaintiff, whoever wants the intellectual material taken down. Stated by Internet Bills Market Blackout, the article Internet Bills Market Blackout, it gives the plaintiff or holder of intellectual property the right to obtain intellectual relief against the domain name used by infringing website. That's for PIPA, which essentially stands for Protect IP Act. When it comes to SOPA, as stated by PC World, provisions would extend to only site committing or facilitating copyright infringement, while with PIPA they would only extend to sites with significant use other than copyright infringement. Second, let's delve into the government's perspective and implementation. Second is delve into the government's perspective of the acts. They believe that the implementation of these acts will only benefit the users and not harm them in any way. They see it in their eyes as it only help up-and-coming businesses to grow, as competition by other companies that are using piracy or other infringement activities like that will be gone. They also believe that if a site has nothing to worry about, if they're a legitimate site and have no infringement activities. Alright, now let's go into the main argument people have against the acts. The main argument is that those acts will put at harm people's freedom of speech. So essentially, people believe the act SOPA, for example, is too broad in its wording. They believe that the government can change the wording to alter it and shape it to the way they want it and to benefit only their cause. This in turn will create a loss of freedom of speech and affect the people's navigation through the internet. Lastly, let's take a look at once included quote stated by the Obama administration stated, "While we believe that online piracy by foreign websites is a serious problem that requires a serious, legitimate response, we will not report legislation that reduces freedom of expression, measures cybersecurity risk, or undermines the dynamics of informative global internet, of an informed government." Think about it for a moment. How much different can the internet be, as mentioned earlier? We have to take into consideration both sides of the spectrum and see how they can affect us and change the way we navigate through the internet. There are those who believe that it will benefit us, such as the government, and there are those who believe that it will only harm our freedom of speech. Imagine another dark day, such as the one on January 18th, in which companies went dark for 24 hours. Through these acts, they will determine the length of the darkness and the extent they will affect the users. Remember to consider every aspect when making your opinion or